Hello there and welcome to Debbie Loves. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you here. 6 different wonderful styles, 6 different colourways, different kinds of shoes, different textures, including a wonderful Bobby Dazzler, in Debbie's own words.
It definitely is. So watch this space. Go and get a cup of tea and come back and have a look at what we've got for you.
Fantastic. Hello there. Well, we're stepping out in style with our first shoe for you, actually designed on a Chelsea boot. It's some classic Italian design, this one, a Fly Flot, and it's a bestseller.
Yep, and you can see why. Well, you can definitely see why when you get it on your foot. It's unbelievably comfortable. As we said earlier, we don't see many red leopards, but we've got one on the table in the centre. Because you've loved it and you've asked for more colours, this is the reason we've given you this array of shades that's on the table here. So let me try and get this right. We've got grey, we've got brown, we've got burgundy, we've got grey again, but it's a different shade of grey. Leopard. We've got black. And then we've got brown, which is closest to me at this end. So they're all written down there for you. It's black multi, brown leopard, brown multi, burgundy, multi, grey leopard and grey multi. Absolutely amazing value for money. As light as a feather, as I said before. It's Fly Flot. At the end of the day, you're buying into comfort when you buy Fly Flot. We all know that by now. And if you're an avid viewer or you buy from the catalogue or buy in store, you will also know Fly Flot is the one-stop comfort. You put your foot in it and you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to bed them in or anything. They will just ease around your foot perfectly. Seam-free all the way around here. So lots of toe wiggle room. Elastication either side of the upper here and here. So if your feet do swell as the day goes on, it opens up. But like Julie just so rightly said, a bit like a Chelsea boot, so you've got the pull-on piece and the elastication either side. Lovely sole unit, a little bit wedgy, quite nice and flat underneath, and lots of grip for awkward surfaces. But to icing on the cake, whether you can see in there, oh yes you can just, it says memory, meaning memory foam in the base, which is oozily so comfy. You put your foot down inside there and it just is in its own little bed. Absolutely love it. I mean, I wore this with a skirt in the catalogue, an opaques, and loved it. It's very dressy. I think get away with both wearability, can't you?
Yeah, very on trend with skirts, actually,
absolutely.
boots and skirts.
I mean, Sheila's got it on there, and I love that colourway in it.
Fabulous.
Gorgeous colourway.
Yeah.
They are, and I mean the thing is, this is a boot that you want to wear, but I actually think because of the print on top, it's actually quite dressy.
Oh, I think it's dressy.
You could actually wear this with a really, like your best coat, really lovely bag, tailored trousers.
Lovely thick tights, woolen cable knit tights.
That'd be nice. And they make your foot look really attractive, the shaping of this, the elastication down the side, the footbed is ultra comfortable, you've got the grip underneath. Everything about it, like you say, oozes comfort because it's a Fly Flot. But I couldn't even say that, Fly Flot, thank you. But it just looks so stylish.
Yeah, I mean, we all know years ago Fly Flop was utilitarian. It came to us looking what it looked at what it did. It was comfortable. Now the styles come into its own, and these are unbelievably stylish. And you can see so much why it's a bestseller. It isn't just the fact that it's stylish, it is so comfy.
I think this is a shoe that other women will look at you wearing and think, oh, how clever is that? Because it's got glamour, but it's got obvious comfort as well.
Yeah.
It's both of them. It ticks every box.
Yeah. Oh, and girls, if you're going in store, there's a swing ticket hanging off all the shoes that's Debbie Loves. So you'll find that every shoe, in case you've forgotten what they look like, if you wander around, it'll be a swing ticket, it'll say Debbie Loves on it. So it'll be an indication of where to go for the best value and the best looking shoes.
Fantastic. Thank you, Debbie.
Pleasure.
Hope you love this too. Make way for that Bobby Dazzler boot in a plethora of wonderful colours.
Shades.
It's just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we've got one that's slightly more demure, the one towards the back and the one I'm holding, and then the one that isn't at the front. Absolutely fantastic. I just love this little boot. When we saw it and I put it on, when you put it on, by the way, you don't have to use the laces. There's a zip on the inside. Do you know, I just love that idea. That came around a few years ago. Imagine all the time when we were young, opening laces constantly and fastening them all back up again. Well, you don't have to do that, worry about that at all. It's at the side. So I'll take you inside the boot. Look at the linings. It's absolutely beautifully butter soft. It's all fleecy. Feel
Oh,
like
how
fur.
lovely.
It's like my dog's ears. I've got a Dachshund and she's got ears that feel like this. Just really, really soft and lovely. It's got nothing to do with dog's ears, by the way. It is just purely a synthetic lining that's microfiber, but it's breathable. So linings these days, like going again when we were young, anything synthetic you would perspire. Nowadays, that doesn't happen anymore. The microfiber has pores, it breathes like your skin does, so it keeps you lovely and cosy and warm or cool in the summer. Right, let's put the zip back up again and show you the boot, all around the boot. Very light as a feather. Considering the sole unit looks really big. It looks a little bit like reminiscent of, well, they're not reminiscent really, Doc Martens. They're still around. They're still very, very big, but it's on a similar styling. So when you thought years ago that you wore them when you were in your teens, you're going to be wearing them again when you're not in your teens. But, you know, be young at heart and look at that boot as though, gosh, it's comfortable. It's up to the minute in styling. It really is. It's out there with the youngsters, but you're wearing it instead. And why not wear it with pride? Gorgeous colourways. Have a look at Shelagh in the really bright multi one, which I've got on in the catalogue. I loved it. I love putting it on, and I picked a cardigan out that was in the pink shades. So I think all the colours in there you can put
Gorgeous.
together really, really well.
It's like iridescent.
It's gorgeous,
so,
isn't
it's
it?
so bright.
I love it.
It's beautiful.
What do you think, Shelagh?
Do you know, they're so comfortable. I
Aren't
was
they?
blown away about the comfort. I mean, obviously I was blown away about the colours, but so incredibly comfortable. And if you want something that's just that little bit different and really affordable,
Yeah.
then this is a great
Yeah.
boot to go for.
And wipe clean. You just get a cloth on it and wipe it clean. And then the slightly more demure one has got more sort of lilacs and dark reds and sort of with a black background again, but it's a softer look to the whole thing, even though you've got colours there.
I think that's the one I'd go for. I love that, and I love looking at it. But probably I'd go for that one because I think I'm more likely to wear it.
And don't you think now that the total trend is for trainers? So really you're looking at something that is, this part would be as flat as your trainer that you're wearing with your frocks. People are wearing them with dresses, they're wearing them with everything.
Absolutely.
So anything goes these days, but I really think this is a sheer winner. You will absolutely adore it. So you may be wearing plain colours in your clothes, go for a splash of colour on your feet and really go for it.
You bet.
It's great.
Now, ever since I started at Paver's, which I have to say I'm proud to say, many years ago now, Debbie has spoken of the legendary Mr. Hackham, who makes Loreta shoes.
Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely man. I haven't seen him for ages. My husband's seen him not so long ago, but I haven't seen him for ages.
Based in Turkey?
In Turkey. And he's based in Izmir in Turkey, which is on the Mediterranean side towards the islands of Greece. And this is an exception. Again, ultra comfortable, as all his shoes are. Beautifully put together, beautifully made. He designs them all of them himself, alone. Before he does them on paper and puts the paper around the last and designs the whole thing until he gives it out to people that work for him. And also he is a great provider of cottage industry around the area of Izmir. So for ladies that can't get out to work, it's taken to their homes and they do it there, which is brilliant, really. Again, laces at the centre, but again, a zip. Thankfully for a zip at the side, so you can get them on and off without opening the laces. All beautiful quality leather and a real good mixture of leather as well. We've got a plain leather at the front, a plain leather at the back, a bit of patent going on the top ridge here around the heel area. And then a little bit of patent at the sides. And then not on the inside, that's plain, but on the outside edge, we've got a leather that's been coated with, it's also almost like a skin background with some little flowers on it. Very, very feminine and very, very pretty. Very, very soft, as you can see. The movement on the shoe is unbelievably soft. It's all microfiber lined in the footbed and here, and it's got lovely, lovely give at the bottom. We haven't got one to fit our lovely Shelagh. We've only got a 4 in the studio, and Sheila's not a 4, so we're not going to ask her to fold her toes over to put them on. But, you know, believe you me, I again had this on in the catalogue. ultra comfy. Lovely anti-slip underneath, but it's a lovely styling, isn't it,
It's
Julie?
beautiful. It's a lot of work gone into
Lots of
this.
work.
It's sort of deceptive, and as you say, so light. A great travel shoe. We've got it in burgundy, Debbie. We've got it in black, and we've got it
and
in
in
that
navy.
lovely sort of navy, French navy
yeah,
almost.
and the navy somehow looks a little bit trainerish because it's got a pale sole. I think you'd really get away with that. These are great little shoe for if you're going and walking in the countryside, if you're just doing the school run, maybe you've got your children, your grandchildren, whoever, just on a daily basis wearing something like this, even with, you know, opaque tights and a skirt, it looked very smart, but you could get away with it with trousers as well. I think it's a real lovely go-to little autumn winter shoe. Really nice.
I love this shoe. I just do. Something about it, I don't know what it is, reminiscent of a very, very high-end designer.
Yeah.
I just think it's so different.
I think it's the sparkle for you. I've seen your boots. I think it's the sparkle. Yeah, it does have much of a look of a very, very famous Italian designer that makes a shoe that's just in the similar shape to this one with the tabs on. It just has a different word written on the tab. This one happens to have, I think, a better word written on it. 2 words, Fly Flot. It's just telling you what you're going to get when you put your foot in there, which is ultimate comfort. Also, that's upside down for memory. Memory foam. Absolutely fabulous. Anti-shock in the base of that shoe is terrific. This is a go anywhere shoe. Put this on and you just go. Wouldn't suggest you wear it in rain or bad weather because obviously it's a fabric. It's very, very stretchy and gorgeous. So fine weather shoe, but an anywhere shoe. But if I move my hand around in there, if you have any issues with any corns, any issues at all with your feet, look at my hands moving on, bunions, anything. This is going to accommodate you beautifully because the movement within there is terrific. High at the front, great with skirts, great with trousers. It is an anywhere shoe and it weighs, I don't know, if we're still in old money, a couple of ounces, 3 or 4 ounces. That's honestly, it's so light. Underfoot, great light sole unit as well on a flat wedge. So very, very practical and very stable for any way you might be walking in it. But the movement on it, I mean, look at that. You can just squidge every which way you want to. You can tell that's not going to give you 1 minute's foot issue. Not 1 minute's foot issues. 2 great colourways. We've got the black sparkly one and we've got the grey sparkly one. So you're going to get sparkle, whichever way you look at it. But are you a grey sparkly girl or a black sparkly girl? Well, we've got a grey sparkly girl stood up there.
I'm the grey sparkly girl. And it's funny, isn't it, when it comes, it might be a really strange thing I'm going to say now, but when you've gone from wearing sandals, summer shoes, open toe, open backed, then all of a sudden you have to put your your shoes on and be encased with your feet. I think your feet go a little bit into shock.
They do.
Because all of a sudden, they're enclosed again. And I think you need something like this for that absolute comfort.
Yeah. Transitional shoe
Yeah,
almost.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Besides them looking like absolutely fabulous with that sparkle and shimmer, but the comfort is second to none.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And wearing these without any socks or hose or anything like that is possible as well because it's microfiber, it's breathable. So it has pores so your feet are comfortable whether you've got anything on your feet or not. But those little trainer socks are quite good, aren't they? Or little trainer tights things.
Very good.
But these are just something else. They had to be in my selection because it's a very iconic style. It's been around for a lot of years for a very big designer on a very big price tag. This price tag is nowhere near and the comfort is so much better. You know, often you buy designer wear, they're not comfy. This is comfy.
Right, we've got a Loretta favourite for you now. This has been a staple for him for years and years and a bestseller. It actually comes in 9 colourways. We've got 5 for you on the table now. We're missing 4. We're missing the tan and all the patents. That's black, navy and burgundy patent. It's just extraordinary. You're spoilt for choice.
Yeah, the patent ones are obviously a dressier look than this one. But comfort again all the way. Mr. Hackham knows how to make a pair of shoes, I'm telling you that, whether it's for gents or ladies, and this is no exception. This lovely little ankle boot, quite low into the ankle. Love all this detail around here, all the woven cuff at the back, and the cuff is so soft. Look at me just pushing it down with my fingers. Beautifully soft around your ankle area there, because I don't know about you, I think Sheila touched on it earlier, when we go from the transition of summer open feet to enclosing our feet, we need something that's very, very soft around us, and this is no exception. Beautiful quality leather, gorgeous leather. And I love it, sort of, that's that crushed leather, you know, you've got a really gorgeous look to it. You've got little darker areas and lighter areas depending on what colour the shoe is. Obviously, if it's a black, you've got, it's more solid. Although saying that, the black one in this is more, that's the plain black leather one, is more of a charcoaly leather. It's the one nearest to me at this end. It's quite charcoal, it's not too harsh, it's quite soft black, which is a sooty, like a sooty colour.
I love that
really,
colour, actually.
really lovely. In fact, all the colours on the table in front of us, and the tan is gorgeous as well, by the way. Super structure, the way the shoe's put together, the boot. This tongue here is really fully padded out at the front, and Sheila's got them on the same way as I wore them in the catalogue, with the tongue outside and the laces on the inside, and it really does give you a super fashion look. But once again, he's thought about it, and he's put us a zip, which I love that. And I keep saying it, but I really do love the fact that you don't have to interfere with the laces. Lovely strong eyelets, by the way, metal eyelets there. But the zip for you to get the shoes on and off, and it's all microfiber linings and these lovely, lovely soft linings that it's got in here. Same underneath. The bottom here is a leather, so leather footbed, leather upper, and fully lined with all these microfibers. It's super. Have a look at it on the foot and you'll see it on lovely Sheila. The sole unit's fab. It's crepey. It's a crepey looking sole.
It's
really strong.
Great. I mean, there's really good grip on the sole unit there, but I just think the way it's been constructed, when you actually look at all the eyelets, the way the stitching is, everything is just top quality. And I love that little bit of sort of knitted, sort of at the back there.
The cuff at the back, it's lovely.
Cuff, and it actually is so soft and padded around the heel area. So everything is built for comfort, but they're actually really nice styling, you know, for that country look, your big sweaters, things like that. I think they're great, and the colourways are amazing.
Which colourway, Debbie, would you choose?
I like the green.
I do too. I love
really,
the olive
really
green.
like the green.
The green is gorgeous. I'm loving that mustardy colour. What were we calling that?
We call it yellow, which
We
is
are calling it
unusual, but it
yellow.
is more
Yes.
ochre, isn't it?
It
It's more
is.
of an
Yes,
ochre.
it is yellow ochre.
Yeah, it's a lovely colour. But the tan also is gorgeous. In fact, you need to have a look online or in the catalogue to see it to its true potential and get all the colours there for you to choose from.
Beautiful.
It really is a winner.
Yeah, it really is. And you will, as I said earlier, be spoilt for choice.
Yeah.
Burgundy, mustard, navy, olive, tan. It sounds delicious. They look delicious. Tell us why they're on your loves, Debbie Loves.
These are just absolutely gorgeous and they're water resistant. So if you're going out somewhere and you're going for a long walk and it's in autumn, it's in winter, you want to be warm and cosy and you don't want to let the rain in. These are going to do that for you. I don't mean go and stand in a puddle up to your knees. That isn't what it's about. Water resistance means that it will repel water. So if you're going out when it showers, it rains, whatever, you will be dry inside this boot. Anything that has a TX written on the end of it is a water resistance process that the leather's been put through. This is beautiful, beautiful quality. Really, really gorgeous quality. Again, the laces with a really, really tough eyelets. It really does mean business, this boot. I love the shape of it. It's got a lovely, lovely crepe sole that's got all that gripability underneath. So if you're doing some proper walking, this is fabulous. Reinforced toe, lots of toe wiggle room because it's seam-free. Again, zip on the inside edge that goes all the way down to the bottom, to allow it to ease of getting them on very, very easily. And it's a lovely fleecy lining. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't think this, I've got two boots, I know, two sort of walking boots, and they've both got this little pretty cuff. Very different knitted cuff on both of the ones I've chosen, but I still think it adds a little bit of colour to a dull rainy day, that you've got these on and you've got this little bit of colour on this cuff, and watch. See how soft the knitted cuff is? It's beautiful. It sits and corsets your heel really, really beautifully. All the laces are the same colour. They're all cream, so it gives you a lovely contrast. And the colourways, the one at the front is the yellow one. It's like an ochre. It's a mustard colour. It's gorgeous. Then we've got the tan. Then we've got the navy. Then we've got the burgundy. And then we've got this really, really lovely green, which is the one I'm holding. It's olive. But it's a beautiful colour. It's a soft. All these are smudgy, soft shades, I think.
Yes, smudgy is very
They're
good.
real lovely colours. And of course, you can use put the tongue out, as is displayed on all of those, or put the laces over the top of the tongue and tie the laces at the front. But remember, you don't need to unfasten these at all because you've got that great zip.
Do you know, Debbie, I'm nuts about that olive. I've never had a pair of green shoes in my whole life, and I absolutely love that olive.
Gorgeous colour, isn't it?
What about you? It goes with what you're wearing.
Oh, I love green anyway. Green is my... The only other one along here that I would choose would be the mustard one at the end. which I think is a really, really gorgeous outdoory
Yeah.
country colour as well.
A statement boot in lovely, what was it, sooty colours?
Sooty colours, yeah.
Thanks for joining us for our special Debbie Loves show. Hope you love the shoes as much as I did, as much as obviously Debbie did and Sheila does as well.
Yeah, they're just a lovely selection of all sorts of things right through the autumn winter wear. And like you just said, Julie, I hope you enjoyed looking at them.
Yeah, check out the catalogue because they're all in there.